I would like to welcome everyone to the 2021 Induction Ceremony of Cardinal Key Chapter of the National Honor Society. I invite you to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance to be followed by the Star-Spangled Banner and the Upper Dublin High School alma mater. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hail, Upper Dublin Senior High, spirit of loyalty, cardinal and gray, leading the way, onward to victory. First in our hearts and minds are you, proudly our colors fly. Onward in life we go from you, our Upper Dublin High.
Good evening and welcome to the induction ceremony for the Cardinal Key Chapter of the National Honor Society. It is my pleasure to participate in tonight's program, and I could not be more proud of the students who are being recognized this evening. The National Honor Society is a prestigious and selective organization, and while its pillars are scholarship, service, leadership, and character, which you'll hear more about in a moment, the title itself sums up those tenets with the very simple word, honor. You, the students, are being honored tonight, and very rightly so. We adopted the vision, inspiring excellence, igniting pride, and you serve as the role models for your current classes while setting the standard for those to follow. You realize, of course, that your honor would not be possible without the strong support of your families. For the sacrifice, support, and encouragement that you have all received, would you please take a moment right now to acknowledge your families and thank them for the honor that they have instilled in you. There are a number of individuals who deserve our recognition for making this evening possible. Dr. Callahan, Mr. Dwyer and Mr. Greenberg, Mr. Vandegrift, NHS officers and the executive board, our superintendent, Dr. Yanni, and our board of school directors, thank you all for your support and for your involvement. This is a great night. We are recognizing the cream of the Upper Dublin crop. As you students are welcomed into the National Honor Society, I wish you all the best, and I look forward to seeing you grow and develop into the future with honor.
I'd like to take this opportunity to congratulate all of you, not only on being inducted into the National Honor Society, but for the perseverance that you have shown over the course of the pandemic. Your acceptance into the National Honor Society and the grit and perseverance that you have shown over the last year are nothing short of amazing. I'd also like to take the time to acknowledge each of the support systems that all of you have, your friends, your family, and everyone rooting for you. Again, congratulations, and continue to be UD proud.
Induction into the National Honor Society is invitation only and a specific honor, but everyday scholarship, service, leadership, and character are shared values of schools, communities, and families. To further explain the first of the four pillars that serve as the foundation of the National Honor Society, our NHS Vice President, Matthew Swift, will speak on the importance of scholarship.
Scholarship is a commitment to learning. Scholarship is a student's willingness to spend hours reading and studying, knowing that the lasting benefits of a cultivated mind will lead to a future of greater meaning. We should continue to learn even when formal education has ended, for human education ends only with the end of life. Knowledge is a great element, if not the greatest in life, which leads to true success, and it can be only acquired in one way, through diligence, effort, and perseverance. Learning furnishes the light by which we understand the past, solve the problems of our present, and prepare ourselves for the future. Ultimately, scholarship enables students to continually expand their world of knowledge through the opportunities inherent in education. As Nelson Mandela said, education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world.
As president of the NHS, I will now speak about the second pillar of the NHS, leadership. Leadership should exert a wholesome influence on the school. In taking initiative in the classroom and in-school activities, the real leader strives to train and aid others to reach their common goals of success. The price of leadership is sacrifice, the willingness to yield one's personal interests for the interests of others. A leader has self-confidence and will go forward when others hesitate. No matter what power and resources may exist in a school, community, or nation, they are ineffectual without the guidance of a wise leader. Leadership is always needed. Thus, to lead is a meaningful and substantive charge to each of our members. I now invite our NHS Secretary, Lydia Caldwell, to speak on behalf of the third pillar of NHS, service.
Service is a commitment to the betterment of one's community. It can be established in the routine of a day's work, where many opportunities arise to help others both at school and in the community. A willingness to work for the benefit of those in need without monetary compensation or public recognition is a quality we seek in our membership and promote for the entire student body. Through acts of service and selflessness, we become more engaged citizens of a community that has provided us so much. We are committed to volunteering our time and talents to the creation of a better tomorrow.
To speak on the fourth pillar of the NHS, Sean Lee will speak about character.
Character is the force within the individual that distinguishes each person from the others. It creates for each of us our individuality, our goodness. It is that without which no one can respect oneself, nor hope to attain the respect of others. It is the force of character that guides one through life and, once developed, grows steadily within. Character is achieved and not received. It is a product of constant thought and action, the daily striving to make the right choice. The problem of character is the problem of self-control. We must be, in reality, what we wish to appear to others to be, rather than to seem. By demonstrating such qualities as respect, responsibility, trustworthiness, fairness, caring, and citizenship, we may hope to prove by example that we value character. Mr. Schultz will now administer the oath.
I respectfully request that the inductees please rise and join me in reciting the National Honor Society oath. The oath can be found in the back of your program. I, being aware of the honor which is being bestowed upon me by my election to membership in the National Honor Society, do hereby pledge my loyalty to this organization. It shall be my earnest purpose to give unsparingly of my time and energy toward the promotion of all school activities. I will strive to be at all times a model student and will never knowingly bring reproach upon my school. I pledge myself to uphold the high purpose of this society to which I have been elected, striving in every way, by word and deed, to make its ideals the ideals of my school and my life. Congratulations, we are all very proud of you.
Good evening. As we induct a new group of students to the Upper Dublin National Honor Society, Mr. Dwyer and I would like to take this opportunity to give thanks and appreciation to our current senior officers and executive board. As advisors to the NHS, we have been honored to work with these dedicated students. Their cooperation and support have allowed the Cardinal Chapter of the National Honor Society to remain strong and productive. Many activities and events have been supported by this board, and we look forward to continuing their success as we pass the NHS torch to the students we induct tonight. Thank you, senior officers and executive board, for performing your duties effectively for the good of the order. First, we have Cecily Johnson, President. As President of the NHS, Cecily is responsible for the organization and supervision of all NHS-sponsored activities. Cecily has done a great job in her position and has been enthusiastic in her role as leader. She oversees projects, coordinates the meetings, and provides advice and direction for the many activities that make up the Upper Dublin chapter. Cecily has demonstrated leadership in her responsibilities, and we extend our appreciation for a job well done. Cecily has not decided on a college yet for the fall, but will major in film and television production with a minor in French. Next, we have Vice President Matt Swift. As Vice President of the NHS, Matt has tackled the enormous task of the school-wide NHS tutoring program. This program offers any academically struggling student the opportunity to work with an NHS member in completing assignments or preparing for assessments. This program has helped many students this year and is an excellent example of the NHS serving the community of learners. Matt also has not decided on to college, but will be majoring in physician assistant studies. Lydia Caldwell, Secretary. As Secretary of the NHS, Lydia is responsible for recording and keeping track of all the volunteer hours for each NHS member. This involves detailed record keeping and good communication. Lydia has kept organized records and spent many hours tallying points, emailing members, and providing reminders. Great job with this and everything, Lydia. Lydia is also undecided on her college plans, but will be majoring in biology with a genetics or neurobiology concentration. Next, we have Sean Lee, Treasurer. As Treasurer of the NHS, Sean handles the money that comes and goes to the Cardinal Chapter of the NHS. He approves funding forms and signs off on all checks. Many service projects are done to raise funds for charitable causes or important missions. Sean assists members to ensure that all monies raised get to the various organizations students have chosen to support. He is a hard worker who focuses on the important details. Sean is also undecided, but will be majoring in business or economics. Our NHS delegates are 5 outstanding students: Rachel Bilger, Abigail Shashu, Michaela DiMichele, Mara Dieno, and Ashley John. These delegates have provided invaluable support and service to the officers in our society. They have contributed new and creative ideas, hours of support, and the energy needed to get things done. They are always enthusiastic and willing to help. I'd now like to call the delegates to the stage as they begin the roll call of inductees.
Isaac Balson, Shannon Clancy, Matthew Headley, Soo-Young Jung, Ryan Kempner, Esther Lee, Emma McGinley, Jaden Price Whitehead, Samuel Shafkowitz, Sarah Shore, Victor Yu, Brooke Abramson, Rachel Edelman, Nora Alavi, Gal Alon, Aaron Andrews, Jonas Andrelanis, Ryan Applestein, Ashley Berman, Zachary Berman, Frank Bevino, Rowan Blankemeyer, Bliss Brenner, Alexia Brown, Ava Brown, Benjamin Brown, Mary Brown, Samantha Burns, Sean Butler, Colin Byrne, Tristan Carnes.
Michaela Caldwell, Brett Callahan, Kayla Calvano, Benjamin Campbell, Liam Cassidy, Elsa Chabala, Jason Chang, Jesse Chen, Kerrigan Chakri, Ella Clayton, Ariella Cohen, Abigail Collins, Allison Courtenay, Sophia DaCosta, Jada Dowd, David De Aceredo, Benjamin Dorsey, William Duffy, Aaron Eby, Tal Elmakis, Catherine English, Shayna Felgus, Dara Fishman, VJ Foster, Emily Gagan, Allie Gerson, Elise Gonzalez, Jordan Grunfield, Jillian Hackett, Andrew Haggerty.
Aaron Hackley, Catherine Hanlon, Colum Harris, Karis Hill, Rachel Hoffman, Alan Hong, Matthew Hopper, Catherine Horton, Lauren Howie, Karan Jane, Sophia Gerard, Delaney Joyce, Joyce Jung, Willow Kaplan, Rebecca Keats, Charles Kirpridge, Brianna Keslick, Elena Keedorf, Jordan Kaiserman, Dennis Kim, Colleen Clammer, Vivian Kong, Landon Kratchman, Jordan Cressman, Amanda Kulak, Ava Lashner, Noah Lee, Ryan Lehman, Avery Lennon, David Levin, Peter Liu, Shay Lodewick.
Brianna Lowry, Daniel Liu, James Madden, Ethan Madnick, Allison Marin, Alexa Marks, Emily Marshall, Alexander McCauley, Virginia McCullough, Grace McManus, Shane Monahan, Samuel Mergenston, Erin Muth, Edison Netter, Jupiter Nixon, Caroline O'Brien, Elizabeth O'Connell, Zoe Oliveris, Jennifer Parsons, Karina Pesty, Tyler Pohl, Luke Price, Charlotte Key, Sarah Randall, Tess Reardon, Justin Richmond, John Riley, Jacob Robinson, Charlotte Roller, Zoe Rose, Cameron Rosenthal, Dahlia Rosenthal,
Dylan Rotkin, Abigail Rubin, Rania Sabri, Gina Sarnowski, Ben Schaller, Zachary Seidner, Lena Shadinger, Amna Sharif, David Sharp, Samantha Silver, Andrew Silverman, Jordan Singer, Ripley Smith, Erica Stelling, Sanai Stokes, Ty Stokes, Rory Sutherland, Joshua Torben, Kathia Tranconi, Nitin Valabu, Shelley Verma, Alexander Weinberg, Andrew Waite, Nicole Wieland, Maisie Weiss, Logan Wilmuth, Jessica Weingrad, Hannah Workman, Allison Wysocki, Elizabeth Zeng, Harley Zeng.
When I was in high school, I was inducted into the National Honor Society. I don't remember the ceremony. It was like 35 years ago now. So I was probably humming a Jackson Browne song and staring off into space. Anyway, they had this service requirement, as you guys do, and for whatever reason, I refused to fill out the form legitimizing my service. The teacher in charge, Mr. DeBajan, asked me for it like 3 times, and I still didn't do it. The weird thing was, I did the service. My mother ran the Meals on Wheels program in White Marsh and Conshohocken area, and I'd go with her or with one of her volunteers pretty regularly on Saturdays or on days I had off from school. And I actually liked chatting with the shut-ins. They cracked me up. Anyway, because I didn't hand in the form, they kicked me out of the National Honor Society. It didn't matter to me much at the time. I was cool and a good enough student athlete to get into the college I wanted. And at the time, it was hard for me to look at the National Honor Society as anything other than a tool to serve my ends, a tool I didn't think I needed. Ironically, like W.C. Fields, I actually gained a lot of respect for the National Honor Society for kicking me out as a member. I didn't measure up. I didn't complete the service as far as they knew, didn't lead by example, and didn't show the character they expected. Not that I was human garbage, but I was not ready to accept that institutions like the National Honor Society actually exist to serve people outside of them. My guiding question at the time was, like most teenagers I knew, what's in it for me? And you may be sitting there today thinking to yourself, how does the National Honor Society serve anyone but me and others of my ilk sitting here beside me, waiting to have this honor conferred upon them? So let's think about that. By creating standards and expecting its members to uphold those standards of service, leadership, scholarship, and character, the National Honor Society acts as a clearinghouse of sorts, so that outside employers and colleges can be reasonably sure people that are members are not only smart, but care about the people and the world around them. That's a pretty useful service that the National Honor Society provides to the world at large. And another thing, and I would argue a far more important service that the National Honor Society provides, is that it expects you to act with character, especially in scholastic matters. Those expectations change your behavior. We live in a cynical world, a world that seems to reward and celebrate viciousness and vengeance and victimhood. everyone angling to accomplish their agenda, restrained only by law or physics. That kind of behavior is so common, and I mean that in both ways, you might be tempted to believe that's all you or anyone is capable of. But the National Honor Society challenges you to think yourself capable of more than that baseness, to serve others, to act with character, to pursue your studies with focus and integrity, and in doing so, lead others down that straight and narrow path. You can and should do that, because by doing that, you honor yourself, and you honor your family, and you honor your school community. Now, usually honor, it's not a public affair like it is here this evening. So don't get used to this. Honor is something earned slowly, when crowds are not looking on, when the camera and mic are switched off, and the door is closed, when asked that uncomfortable question by a vice principal, or at 11:30 when you don't want to have to look up that citation. It's hard to act honorably at first, but like a new pair of jeans, over time, they break in. And it becomes hard to tell at the end where your skin ends and the jeans begin. I admit that when I first tried those jeans on, I failed to rise to the challenge. They were a bit constricting. But I thought the job of the National Honor Society, or that was because I thought the job of the National Honor Society was to honor me. I didn't get that the institution existed so that I might honor others, and in doing so, bring honor to myself. But I get that now, and I hope you will too.
Every year, the NHS asks each of its members to complete a service project. The goal of service projects is to teach the value of helping one's community by providing a service to the Upper Dublin community. We hope that Upper Dublin students who take part in the NHS retain and continue to utilize these skills in a college setting and as an advocate for change post-schooling. A prime example of a service project is the tutoring program, which is run by the Vice President. The tutoring program provides Upper Dublin students the opportunity to review material for a number of subjects with a student who has taken or is currently taking the course. Many members choose to focus their efforts on local businesses. This year, for instance, a student worked with the Jewish Relief Agency. He gave both his time to volunteer at the organization and coordinated a food drive through the high school. Not all projects must provide a tangible service. For my service project, I organized a series of presentations on classic rock. In doing so, I reached out to the Upper Dublin student community in hopes of improving upon their emotional well-being. This not only allowed me to pursue my passion for classic rock, but taught me valuable communication skills, both in preparing my dialogue for presentations and coordinating with faculty via email.
In closing, I implore all of you to go forward and develop in the 4 pillars of the National Honor Society. Remain excellent in scholarship, service, leadership, and character. Bring honor to yourselves, bring honor to Upper Dublin. Please accept my hearty congratulations on behalf of the entire educational community. Thank you all, and good night.